Hi, and welcome to Hacker's Misadventures in Scale Modeling. Now today we're going to have an old kit review of the Pacific Coast Models Mark I Hurricane metal wing version. They make a fabric wing version, but I wanted this one. Now Revell's bringing out a brand new 1/32 scale Hurricane Mark I B. I think it's B. So I'll review that one when I get it, but I'm going to review this one just to show you what's inside this kit. So, and then maybe later we'll compare the two. So let's open it up. Again, like a lot of these kits I review that are old, they're previously owned. So when I do get new kits, I will review them as such, or at least modern kits. Now, here we have the kit in a bag. Now, I've had to look at this previously, so real quick, make sure all the parts are here. I didn't have a Ziploc bag big enough, but anyways, let's yank all the stuff out and have a look. Now, you get a big bag of resin parts. So let's have a look at the Decal Sheet. Now, not sure who did their Decal Sheets, but they're British Aces. But you look at it, and it's not bad. Registration's not bad. The data's not bad as you look at it, if you can see it through the light. It's not bad. It looks rather nice. Okay. You get illustrations. You get Ginger Lacey's aircraft, Mk.I, Tucker, Erborowski, Douglas Batter. That one I might do. Frank, I'm not going to butcher his name. I don't want to dishonor, but our Tux plane. Camouflage. One is the bottom is the B, is the A scheme, and this one here is the B scheme. So when you do these planes, you have to remember, it says here, B scheme is only applicable to plane serial number V6864 and P3308. So that one would be a B scheme. And what was the other one? Yeah, and this one would be a B scheme. You can see the difference there. And that finish only applies to this one, but the rest is the other side finish there. Alright, let's have a look at the instruction sheet. Okay, it gives you the typical parts layout. Now, the X ones, the ones that are X'd out, are probably for the fabric wing. So you would have to not use those parts. So you get photo edge with this, clear parts, and some resin. The resin I know consists of the wheel well and some wheels, a seat, and your exhausts. We'll have a look at those. But anyways, first we start the cockpit. We got to put our PE parts together and put them on here. And then we assemble our cockpit, the tubular frame cockpit. Now this particular one seems to be quite detailed. Remember, this is this plane is not as sophisticated as the ones that come along, so it's pretty rudimentary. We got side details, and I believe that's the door. You can have either open or close. Your armor backing and your instrument panel goes in with the fuselage halves. Then you stick the other cockpit up through. This has got me slightly confused. They show you doing this way, but then they got showing you doing it this way. So maybe it's an either or thing. You can do either or. PE seat belts. Now those I would replace with somebody else that's actually fabric. It'd be much easier to work with. You put your seat together, then you put it in. You assemble your propeller. Assemble your wheel wells, put those in. You have to put your guns in. It's much better if they did it this way instead of having it molded in and you have two halves and the holes don't look round. You got the bottom half and that. You have to put the bottom half, that tail wheel and all that together, and the radiator, which comes with PE screens. That's good. You got your landing gear with your resin tires. Put all that. You put that all together. Your radiator, and then your gun sight and your canopy. Okay, let's have a look. Now, it's very subtle, the fuselage ribbing, because remember, this was a fabric covered back to it. The little screws that they used to take out, I forget what their name is, they're eyelets of some kind, that they just put a screwdriver, turn it slightly, and the panel will pop off. Doesn't look too bad. You got some interior detail, but you got no injection, you have no alignment pins, because this is a short run kit. So you may end up knocking this out, not necessarily this because it's not in the way, but you might end up knocking these ones out because they might be in the way. I don't know. Same as this one here, you may have to knock that out. You'll find out when you get there, when you go and put it together. The wings have good detail, but no rivet detail. If you want it, you could, if you wanted to, go through it and do a good riveting detail on it. But you know, you got your hatches for your guns. The aileron is molded in, which, you know, probably down the road somebody is going to make, for the new kit, somebody's going to make resin ailerons, so they might fit on here. You would have to find out. But you may have, putting the wings together, you definitely might have to knock these off, because you got to put your your wheel wells in. Let's have a look. Here's the bottom of the wing. Again, nice detail. Nice detail, but again, no riveting. And the fabric covered ailerons are subtle. I don't think they're prototypical, but they'll work. So let's see if we put this wing on. Will those pin marks get in the way? I think so. I think you're gonna have to knock that off. I would knock them off anyways because they might interfere with the assembly. Same as here, you may have to knock that off and knock those off. Both wings are the same, just mirror images of themselves. Now, Cockpit's tubular frame looks very nice. The floor where you put your feet look nice. What about the... See, this, they didn't have very much detail in the landing gear on Hurricane, so you put that on there, and that's your detail. That's all there is. There's where the landing gear goes. Not sure what that part is, but there's your instrument panel. I believe it's this side you got to use, but either way, if you put the PE part on there, you're going to might end up sanding that off. I'm not sure. You got your radiator. You got your hub for two blade braided prop, but you need this one, the 3-bladed prop. I don't know how accurate that nose cone is. I thought it was a little blunter than that, but I could be wrong. But we'll see. There's your two different types of props. Your landing gear. There's your 8 guns that looks like they have to be hauled up, cleaned out a little bit to use. It's not bad. I could work with that. I've built two kits so far from Pacific Oaks models, and yes, they're a little bit more work, but they come out fantastic. Unless you meet like me, and when you went with the Porker Wolf 190 radio engine version and open up everything, you throw yourself into a fight. But anyways, this is not bad. I would have preferred this separate, but once you get it in, you won't know the difference. But this is the wheel well. This is, I believe, yeah, that part goes on like that. So open cockpit door, nice detail on that with the map box and that. It's actually hollowed out, so if you wanted to, you could probably stick a map in there. I know there's lots of 35th scale maps that would, even though it's 1/35th scale, I don't think it would matter. Cockpit seating is nice. I think gray matter. I think once the Revell one come out, you might see better seating. Here's your PE. Oh yeah, and you get, looks like you get 2 different types of exhausts. I don't think you use this one. I think you use this one. Might you're supposed to be able to see through this hole here, so you might have to just get in there with something very, very fine and just kind of clean it out. But nice exhaust, they're hollow, which is a bonus. Another part of the landing gear. Now these are not bad. I like these. They're not bad. Bear Crow's Studios makes a set too. So if you want to compare the two, I'm not too sure if these are undersized or oversized. I have to ask. Your elevators, I forgot about this, sorry. I was trying to do it in order, but see, there's your two propeller you're not supposed to use. You have to excuse me, it was just thrown in a bag. It's not bad. It will do. This here goes under here like that. I don't know why they did it that way, but they did. Anyways, I think that's about it. Oh, yeah, forgot. I was working on the PE. Sorry. My life is hectic right now, so my brain's worse than scrambled eggs. Here's your PE set. It's nice. It's not bad. But I wouldn't use the seat belts. At least to give you some buckles in that here that I could use. Not bad. I like the screening. I like the screening. You can leave that in the natural metal, put a backing on it, and then just give it a wash, and it would look all right. These are always hard to use because look, the metal's fairly thick, so they're always harder to use. I keep them for other projects down the road, but to be quite frank, I don't usually use them. So put that back in. They're Edward, by the way. If you notice, it says Edward on there. Okay, now we're down to the clear parts. Let's put all the resin back in the bag before we do something we will regret. Nice little intake, air intake for the bottom of the fuselage. Other detail parts for the cockpit. Yes, this would be nice to build when I get around to it. Okay, now we put that in the bag where it's safe, and the PE. Our last little bit is the windscreen. Now they give you covers for the lights. Not bad. Let me find something here. Well, let's use this. Let's use the letters on the instruction sheet. Okay, let's see. You can see that it's not bad. It's a little distorted, but it's not. It's a little distorted, but not bad. But they're only lights. This part I need to look at, and it's fairly clear, as you can see. Same as the windscreen. It's fairly clear. Oh, you get another set of. The second set of wing lights are better, and you get your light tips too, which have little holes in them by the looks of it to put a drop of red and green paint into it. Anyways, that's it. That's the Pacific Coast Models Hawker Hurricane Mark 1 metal wing. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you later. And remember, every build's an adventure, so go make it awesome. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.